we're in a tunnel. This is number 2. So they were like way underground, and apparently this was a quarry, limestone. So the Louvre and other buildings are built of limestone. So they quarried limestone. So the quarries are built over top of now, I guess. So we're in the catacombs, if I haven't explained to you. So we've been walking in this tunnel for quite some time, and Jodie's starting to wonder if we're going the right way. There are some people behind us, but they're way back there. I hope we didn't miss something and we're just exiting out. Oh, that says number 4. Alright, so I think we're doing good. So only a small part of this is open to the public. So I think we're getting close to something. I guess we were going the right way. So the catacombs, the cemeteries were overflowing, and the decaying bodies actually became a health risk. Yeah. People were getting sick. People that lived near the cemeteries were getting diseases and stuff. So Louis the something decided to close the cemetery, and they ended up gathering up the bones and bringing them down to these quarries. I guess they repurposed the quarries to be like a big graveyard, apparently. So that's why they brought the bones down here. Like hundreds and thousands of years of bones. So they say only a very small part of this is open to the public. Oh. So what we're going to see is only the very, very small part. So there's tunnels going off of different places. Bryce, our son, was saying there was some movie where somebody went down a tunnel here and went into the gates of hell. We'll see. And information in here about everything. Not going to read that. Okay, the X-ray technician and Jodie's gonna come out in full force. So these are the bones of 2 million individuals from cemeteries around Paris. One of the rules says don't touch the bones. Kind of dark here. So this is Nah, I don't know what to think of this. If it's creepy, but it's like creepy but disturbing. So this is like an abandoned limestone, and so you got the pillars of the limestone, and they filled in the gaps with all these skeletons. Well, I don't know. Did they make it like, hey, let's make a picture out of these bones, or what happened?
Like these are all the ends of the bones.
Did they put in there because they stack nicely?
Probably.
So there's a map back there that showed the approximate dates of the different cemeteries that they excavated and brought the bones here. So the writings says that they did this because of diseases, and when they'd had during some plague, they had 50,000 people die within a short period of time, and like they bury these people like on top of each other, and as it decayed, like the cemeteries basically kind of collapsed.
But it said that like the bodies weren't just like thrown in there, that they were
Yeah,
placed in carefully.
Yeah, so the mass graves weren't. People were still like bodies were positioned in the Christian type way, arms crossed, head to toe. So on top of there, it's dark, but it goes way back. So these bones are just piled way back in here. And so this is only, like I said, a small portion. This is only a small portion of the amount of bones. I heard voices coming from there. Yeah, so they quarried out all the limestone for the buildings. That's what this is originally for. So this must be, there's parts that are locked off. Are they still adding bones to the catacombs?
I don't know. I don't think so. Are they?
Jodie can diagnose what happened to that guy. A lot of the skulls are like busted and broken. Are these like all femur bones, or what are they?
They look like it, but
What do they look like? You're the expert.
hard to tell.
Jodie's been x-raying bones for 35 years and she doesn't know.
Well, when they're all shoved in there willy-nilly.
Well, like that one up there, you can't tell by looking at the top of that one. That looks like a femur bone, like a leg bone.
Yeah, they do look like femurs.
Alright. I have absolutely no training in x-ray technician technology, and I knew that was a femur bone.
Well, good for you.
So we're going into a different area. I'm glad that wasn't just some, it's like a pit. It's a pit to hell, I guess. Some more fenced off area with more hallways of bones. A bunch more. So it looks like they stack them nicely, and then they get to the end, it's like packing a U-Haul. They just toss them in there. So I think, do these plaques say what cemetery they're from?
I don't know. I can't read it. It's in French.
Those plaques are in French, but I think it's like what cemeteries
Oh, probably.
they came from.
Cemetery of the Innocents.
Yeah.
Why do they got the door in front of it, man?
So they must lock off parts of these, so there's parts of these are locked off. So this is it's 800 meters, so 800 meters is a half a mile of these tunnels going through here. So it looks like they redid some of these columns and pillars and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what to think. So when I first read about this, I thought it was kind of horrible. They dug up all these graves and put the bones down here for whatever reason, but it goes back to medieval times. And I guess, you know, at some point, cities in the United States might run out of land and need to rethink cemeteries. I know a lot of people get cremated these days, but this is what happens when you're not cremated. They dig your bones up someday and stick it in an abandoned quarry. Alright, so this is creepy over here. Not like the rest of the stuff wasn't already creepy enough, but just the bones piled.
Looks like the wall caved in. The wall
bone wall caved in. And then this is fenced off, but it's pitch black, and there's more bones down there.
Got it.
So is this the end of it? I don't know if this is the end of it or not. I'm gonna pause this for a little bit. I thought that was the end of it, but then it just did like a big circle, and there's more. So yeah, so we came down this where I don't know how deep we are. Like how many floors do you think we walked down? 100,
2 or 3? I don't know.
oh, more than that.
You think?
Yeah, I think like 10 stories probably. We walked down the spiral staircase for seemed like forever. So would that be? I'm sure this can be easily researched on Google, but I think we came down at least 100 feet.
This one's 1792.
So 1792. Is that what year they excavated the cemetery?
No, because that other one's 1789. It was before that. Might have been 1785.
So I think it was late 1700s is when they started putting the bones down here.
This one's 17 or 1859.
So this must be the. I wonder if it like.
There's a break in between there at some point in the 1800s.
It looks like it might have been 3 different years or 3 different times they brought bones down here. (1844). I might have to like translate that later and see what it says. September 1859. So apparently in this area, like in the 1800s, somebody arranged like this 45-piece orchestra to come down here and put on a concert for 100 invited guests, but it was like not authorized. So I think the exit's up here pretty soon. So if you have a heart attack and die down here, they just stick your bones up here in the pile. So I think if you tore this, you probably might lean toward the idea of being cremated. Unless you want your bones put on display someday.
You're dead, you don't care.
You think these people planned for this? 1804. So the ceiling in here is like 5'10", and I'm 5'11". So you see Jodie, she's 5'5" about. Okay, Jodie, what do you think of the catacombs?
Pretty cool.
Cool? Creepy cool? Interesting?
Pretty cool. Not creepy cool. I'm not creeped out.
Jodie's not creeped out. How long would it take you to x-ray all these bones?
I don't know. Are you ready?
Like a weekend shift? Sure. So apparently we exit like a half a mile away from where we came in. This floor is a little wet and slippery. So I think this is the end. So we went through just the part that's open to the public. Oh, nope, we're not done. Bone dust getting blown on us. They have exhaust fans down here circulating air. Alright. I don't think you're supposed to go in there.
There's no gate in front of it.
So that, well, maybe just this is how high that piece of the quarry was. Maybe they do that. So it looks like this is the end. We're going up some stairs. I'm gonna have Jodie count the steps. So we just came out of that building over here, which is the exit of the catacombs of Paris. That's pretty neat. So it dumped us out on the street, which is almost a half a mile away from the entrance, which is like that way. I think it's at 4/10 of a mile. It's not quite a half mile. So we walked under all these buildings and everything. So apparently underground in Paris there's all types of quarries and stuff. And then back like 100 years ago, I mean these quarries are like 1,000 years old, some of them. They don't know about half of them, and so at different times they collapse and buildings cave in. So you know that, Jodie?
No.
No.
I did read something about collapsing.
And then yeah, so they so I guess that would explain it. I mean, all these buildings, like hundreds and or even thousands of buildings built out of limestone. But then I didn't think about it. You know, you don't see no quarries around here. That's because they're all underground. So pretty interesting. So okie doke. Now we gotta figure out where we're at, what we're doing, how we're gonna get back to the hotel. So all right.